All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another speed paint. This time I am working on a canvas illustration or a canvas painting. Um, because I recently went to my local dollar store and I found these really cute little canvases, and they were very cheap. So I thought it would be nice to just buy a couple and experiment a little and just draw things that I like. And I initially bought them for my birthday and I invited my closest friends, and we had a little bit of a painting party. That's the word I was looking for. And it was kind of nice. It was actually very very nice. We all had a lot of fun. Some of my friends did acrylic pouring on their canvases, but I focused on at first making one kind of like an abstract painting, and then I added a lot of stars on it. And on the other one, back then I was hyperfixating on Fallout, the TV show that came out. So I painted the ghoul. And right now I'm hyperfixating on X-Men stuff. So of course I had to paint Wolverine with the canvas that was left over from back in June when it was my birthday. So what I did first was an underpainting, which is the fuchsia orangey background that you see in there. And I learned this technique from Sketches of Shay. You should definitely check out their YouTube channel. It's very nice. I love it. And I don't know, I just like having an underpainting. It allows me to set up a mood for the painting I'm going for. And after that I did the sketch on top with pencil, and then I started painting. The first thing I painted were the hair highlights in blue, like a very dark blue. And then I started painting the skin, which is what I'm doing right now on the screen. So yeah, it was basically like building layers and layers, because I have an under painting underneath it, and the pencil sketch was showing through a little bit, so I had to add a double layer of the skin tone that I mixed up. And it's basically that. I don't know, I just love canvas paintings. I love using acrylic every now and again, acrylic paints. I used a very cheap kind though. I used the acrylics from the dollar store, and the other ones I use is just acrylic I had laying around from previous projects. Oh, and I bought a little crocodile to put my brushes on. As you can see on the corner of the, what is it, the right corner, top corner, that's my little crocodile that holds my brushes, and I just love it. I think it's very cute. Right now I'm painting Wolverine's suit with the dollar store with the dollar store acrylics, and for some reason this specific shade, it had such bad coverage, and you see me going on again, giving it a second pass to see if it was better, and it was a slight improvement, which is nice. But later on I went with a darker yellow to shade and to patch it up a little bit more. Right now I'm doing the shading of the face with the same fuchsia-y color of the background. Because I don't know, I just love playing around with colors and having fun and experimenting with colors and stuff like that. So I am shading everything, and then I don't remember what I did. I guess we'll see as as the speed paint goes on, because I am recording these voiceover as I watch the speed paint on my editing software. So again, these aren't scripted at all. I get nervous when I have a script, so I just talk about whatever comes to mind when I would do this. Right now I'm painting the hair. I'm using black paint, and I'm trying to keep carving the shapes of the blue highlights but it's barely noticeable because I made the mistake. I should have added a little bit of white to the blue to make it a little bit lighter, but I didn't. So basically, it's barely distinguishable, the black from the dark blue, which is very sad because I really like that look of that you can see on the comics, especially on Wolverine's suit, where the highlights of his suits are done in blue and the shading is done in black. I just think that looks so cool, and I wanted to go for that look, but I think I kind of failed because I should have done a lighter blue rather than a darker one. Yeah. Anyway, my version of Wolverine. Let's talk about that. You have probably seen a lot of other speed paints of Wolverine on my channel, and I love to make him more feral looking. So he has pointy ears and fur on his shoulders and fur on his cheeks rather than the regular beard. I think it's called a lamb chop. I don't know why. I don't have no clue why it's called like that. But anyway, yes, that's some of the little details I love to include on my character designs whenever I'm stylizing a character and I am figuring out how to draw them. I like to add little headcanons and stuff to make more like my own version of the character rather than drawing the character as they appear. I don't know, I just think it's more fun that way. Right now what I'm doing on the screen is basically I wrote what is it, Bob? Typical Wolverine line in white, so the colors I was gonna use on top would pop out a lot more. And I'm going over it with a teal color, like a very light pastel teal, and I used the same for Wolverine's eyes, and a really light yellow for the stars. And I think I also used the teal for like the angry little symbol in there. The one that often appears on mangas and animes, the little, like, a character is angry and they put these three little curves around them to indicate the anger. I don't know, I think it's funny. But yeah, if you want something to pop out on a background, especially if it's a light color, I always recommend to use like a layer of white first. And because the blue didn't show up at first, remember I was doing the dark blue highlights, I decided to go with the teal and just do highlights with that. And I think it looks cool. I think it adds a little bit more color to the piece. I think it ties it all together, especially with the wording I added on the top, the phrase, what is it, Bob? I'm sorry if I'm getting stuck speaking. It's still kind of nerve-wracking to record the voiceovers for me, and English is not my native language, so I can get stuck on certain words and enunciations, I guess. So yeah, forgive me if I get stuck or if I forget a word from time to time. Anyway, right now what I'm doing is outlining the piece, which is something I love doing every time I draw. You have probably seen it on previous speed paints where I just add a layer, like a line of color, like outside of the main subject. I think it makes it look a lot more, I don't know, vibrant, like a sticker kinda, having an outline. And for the finishing touches, I am going with a Posca pen to go over the lines and make his hair spikes more sharper, and to also like draw in his pupils and his eyes and his arms and everything, detail stuff. Because I don't trust my fine lining skills with a brush quite that much yet, so I rather rather use a Posca pen, like those very fine line ones. And I think it's a great tip, especially if you're working on a canvas and you're going to do something detailed or more like cartoonish and stylized like I do, to have at least one white fine liner Posca pen and a black one, because let me tell you, they're life savers. Life savers, because I do not trust myself with a brush to do the eyes or the teeth. Like, I think I would have like ruined the piece if I went on with a tiny little brush and paint. Like, at least with the Posca pen I have more control while doing details, you know. I think that's a little bit of a tip for you there if you plan on painting on canvas anytime soon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the speed paint. I hope it was nice to see my process of drawing traditionally, well, painting traditionally on a canvas. It's very different from what I went from when I do stuff on my sketchbook, because in my sketchbook I start with line art and then I paint, but on canvas I paint first and then I do the line art to finish and everything and tidying it up. I think that's how it's said. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe, please leave a comment, share this video if you want to, give a like. Anything helps with the algorithm. I'm just a small YouTube channel trying to grow and provide more videos more frequently, so the more you comment, the more you like, the more you share and stuff like that, the more the algorithm will know that this is something that is like of interest for other artistic people. So yeah, I would appreciate that a lot. So yeah, I don't know, you can tell me anything in the comments. Who's your favorite X-Men? What kind of canvas painting have you done before, if you have tried that out, or if you want to, I don't know. Tell me anything, even if it's like how your day is going, and I'll be happy to reply and chat with you in the comments. What I'm doing right now, by the way, is just pasting little stars, like glittery stars, and that's it. That's the finished result. I hope you like it, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye!